You know, in the spring, Rowan Barrett, RJ's dad, runs Canada basketball, and we were gonna take a trip last summer, and then I had to get my knee replaced, and so we felt like let's do it, but we don't want to go to Europe or the Bahamas or let why don't we do that? And it's really well organized, and uh, to play three of the best teams in Canada in great arenas. You're not allowed to be in the Raptors arena. There's a NBA rule that in the off season you can't use that. But they have beautiful arenas, and it'll be good for our team. Give us a chance to play three games, and probably on the off days from games there might be a day of scrimmaging. Where you just get a chance for the guys who are coming back. Some of them haven't had the playing time that they need, so it'll help. And obviously for our freshmen, uh, that'll help develop some chemistry. Yeah, well, one is they get to know one another. The other thing, we get to know one another as a staff. With Chris Carrawell coming on, Jeff leaving, uh, the dynamic, some of our staff have changed. We had a great staff. I think we have another great one, and then elevating Nolan to director of basketball operations. We now have like four of our guys in the basketball positions, and that'll give us a chance to work together.
More on the staff, what do you gain with Chris Carroll coming back? What strengths does he bring?
Well, again, we lost a lot. Jeff, to have an established head coach on your staff, and as good a guy and as smart a guy as he is, you Sewell has, you guys know from covering him, he's got that personality of, he gets it. He can work a room pretty well, and uh, he's smart player, and he's worked for Wojo for 4 or 5 years, uh, and they're just a different mix. I think it makes John's job. We have two now associate head coaches. John and Nate have more responsibilities, and so it's been a pretty smooth transition, to be quite frank with you. I knew Nate and Sewell were like brothers, but I didn't realize that Nolan and John were such good friends with Sewell, and part of that has to do with the fantasy camp, and they've gotten to know one another well before this happened.
Does that he'll be late to the class? How do you think he'll be able to?
Good. Joey actually approached us on it. He's gone to a really good school. He actually is a terrific student, and at all he approached us. Said, I can qualify right now, and all he had to do is, he didn't need it for NCAA, but he just had to finish one English course for his school to graduate from the school. And he was able to play in 8th grade, and take some courses when he's just been ahead, and he's out in Colorado Springs right now, trying out for the 18 and under team that Bill Self is. They're qualifying. They're going to qualify for something, but he can shoot in 6'6", 6'7", and but if not, if he is not completely ready, we'll, for the future. It'd be nice to have guys that are here for a while that keep developing. Uh, so it'd be nice to have that mix. In fact, it'd be really nice to have that mix.
Two for leadership this year with no returning starters.
Me, I'm looking for me to be the leader, and then we'll see how, and my staff. And we're not going to announce any captains or whatever, and that's what this summer, I think that trip is going to be good for that. We need to get to know one another before giving out, like, you're a starter, you're a captain, you're the 3-man, you're like, let's find out who we are before we do that. And it's gonna. I'm excited about the summer because I'm healthy. I'm as healthy as I've been in a long time. Excited, and no USA basketball except to be an advisor for 3 days. That means you kind of walk around and try to look important. When they have their little mini camp in late July. But not coaching the U.S. and being healthy, that combination has produced enormous energy for me, and kind of nuts how good I feel and how excited I am about doing all this.
The personalities of these new players coming into your program, from the outside looking in, how do you feel like they will mesh together once you get together?
Yeah, I don't, you don't know a kid till you coach him, to be quite frank with you. The one thing, just talent-wise, their talents are, they're more positionless players. Even Trey is not just a point guard. He's a guy, the ball doesn't stick in his hands much. He makes, wherever it goes after he has it, it's almost always good. But he doesn't pound the ball. And so that gives an opportunity for RJ, Zion, Cameron, those three kids. They're good basketball players, and they can play all over the court. And they can complement. Like last year's team was big and talented, but it was more position, and we weren't a really good passing team. And we couldn't play man well, but then we ended up playing zone very well. With this team I think has the potential to do more things. Hopefully we can win as many as 29 games doing it. Last year's team was a really good team to coach. This one's going to be completely different.